Hello, welcome, my name's Sybonn. This is one of many videos I'm going to be checking out, Terraria 1.2 and some of the amazing stuff that's been added to it. I'm going to be talking about NPCs this time. There's other videos which if you want to check out my channel, check in the description, or at the end of this video I'll put links to the other videos so you can check out the other stuff that's been added on there. So NPCs, Pie Girl, that's been one that's been added. That you probably won't see her for quite a while. She's got like a 2% chance of appearing on a morning, and you have to have 8 NPCs already to start with, and there's got to be obviously an empty house for her to sit in. So, but she sells shells, confetti gun, smoke bomb, bubble machine, and fireworks, and a bubble one. I mean, the confetti gun, if you've been watching some of the 1.2 updates as it's been going, that's one of the things people were sort of raving about, and it looked pretty good. Some of the other things I haven't seen going on, but I mean, it all sounds like stuff to sort of be on a server kind of thing, and it looks pretty cool, to be honest with you. There's a pirate that's been added when you defeat the pirate invasion. It's kind of like a goblin invasion when the goblin army comes. It's kind of an alternative to that, but he sells a cannon, a parrot cracker, which we'll check out that in one of the other videos because that's for a pet, and you can probably guess what pet it is, let's be honest. There's a pirate set, like an armor set you can have, more vanity I think, but it looks pretty mint. And there's a bunny cannon which looks hilarious, and they're explosive bunnies, and they're quite useful because it looks like they're quite powerful, so that's quite an interesting one to get hold of. There's a truffle NPC, and you have to make a surface sort of mushroom biome from the underground, and it's best to do that apparently before you kill the wall of flesh, bear that in mind. And it sells the mushroom spear, which if you watch one of my other videos, it's the most powerful spear. And the ham mush and the mushroom cap, and that looks pretty cool as well. But the ham mush is kind of a hammer mushroom. Painter, he sort of appears like pretty early on after 3 NPCs have been added. He sells different paint and paint roller, paint brushes, and he also gives you paintings so you can brighten up your house, add a bit of light and colour for your room. And it also depends on what biome your house is in as well, depending on what paint you get, so bear that in mind. There's a steampunker, which basically if you defeat the twins or the destroyer or the skeleton prime, that guy appears, or she appears rather, and she sells a Clamane Minotaur. My pronunciation is terrible, but it creates and destroys biomes. That's interesting, it's a bit different. Be quite interested to see how that works and how that gets on with that. It also gives you the steampunker set, so you can dress up to look like a, just in case you want to download it. Jetpacks, that's in there. I mean, I'll be interested to see what difference that has with the sort of the Spectre boots and things, how much different that is. Teleporter, that's one that I think is going to be key on this one. If you set a line of 3,000 blocks worth of wires and you set a trigger next to that teleporter, you can teleport to the other side 3,000 blocks in one little push. That sounds amazing. So if you've got houses, you can just sort of set up a string of teleporters and cart yourself around the world, which I think is going to be very handy. There's a witch doctor, which you need to have an empty house, strangely, and you have to kill the queen bee for that to appear. And to get all the items, you have to create a jungle biome, an artificial one, or just set up a little home in the jungle biome if you're near it. And he sells a blowgun, which you probably get quite loads of those. I did when I played the first one, so yeah, I don't think that's really that key. But there's tiki armor, which looks amazing, it does look really good. And there's little pygmy creator things, so you can spawn those. You can spawn up to 5, but it depends on what armor set you've got. So you can, and those guys, they're like sort of your minions, and you kind of attack things with it. So I'll be quite interested to see what they look like and how well they work. And that's going to be something I'm going to be checking out in my videos when I started my series on that. Tiki totem, and that's one that's for the pet, and I'll talk more about that in another video, so check that out. And there's leaf wings and water fountains. Water fountains, it seems like you can change the colour of the water around you, which more like vanity I think, but yeah, it looks pretty good. Dye trader, that guy sort of appears whenever there's a house free. He's not too fussy, and he gives you all the dye making materials, and he gives you a silver dye, gives you like a dye vat as well to deal with it all. So it's not very much he does, but again, sort of vanity, sort of more visual rather than featural, you know what that means. There's a cyborg, is a bit of a goofball by the looks of things, but he can sell like rockets, proximity mine launchers, nanites. Again, my pronunciation is probably really terrible, but it makes nano bullets, which are quite powerful. So that's something to bear in mind when you get all of that, and that only comes up when you defeat the Terraria, so you won't see that until the hard mode. Talk more about the bosses in another video again, and check that out at the end of this video. I'll put links for everything and links in the description, and bash me a like if you like this video, and subscribe, and check out my series that I will be starting, and check out the other videos of Terraria 1.2 if you want to find out some of the sort of the new things and some of the key things that I think are worth sort of noting on it. So thanks for watching, join me next time, and give me a like as well, thanks, bye, it will really help.